Well, hello. We are back again, and we are fired up. And I love your sweater over there.
Thank you.
Stars on that. I love
Movie
popcorn.
stars. Movie stars.
We're going to be able to eat some of this popcorn at some point?
Well, yes. Yes.
Why? I love kettle corn.
Yeah, that's... Oh, but I only got one for me. I
Okay,
got
you can
butter
have that.
Popcorn.
Ladies first.
We could share.
Okay. What's Good with John and Joyce is sponsored by Woodwinds Wedding and Special Events venue in Brantford, Connecticut, and Silvio's award-winning Italian sauces, which you can buy anytime online at silviosauces.com. That's silviosauces.com. Welcome to What's Good with John and Joyce, and the kettle corn is not the only thing, but we're going to be talking about movies. We might throw some other things in there too, right? Maybe some theater that we like. Or
Yeah.
we might do that because a lot of these theatrical productions have become, movies.
Yeah, they did.
Whatever.
Like My Fair Lady.
Yeah, My Fair Lady, which I saw recently at the Iverton Playhouse in Iverton, Connecticut. Jackie Hubbard doing such great work there. Broadway caliber talent in our own backyard, Joyce. But What's Good with John and Joyce available on all streaming platforms. Subscribe and tell everybody about, the show. It's all good news and
All good.
no negativity, no politics. Okay.
Right.
All right.
And on my list, there's no horror movies. So for you people who love horror movies, you won't get it from me. You love horror movies?
I like some of them. When I was younger, back in the day, I loved
You like
Nightmare on Elm
slasher-type
Street.
movies?
I loved Halloween.
Oh, no.
I can't watch them anymore, but I did back then as a teenager, back in
Yeah.
the day.
That stays with me. I
Yeah,
dream about
I don't want those seeds being implanted into me right now. I want to
Right.
focus on more positive. I like a good psychological thriller
Yes, I do
or a
too.
courtroom drama.
Yes.
Like that.
yes.
But I like more dramas, more adventures.
Right.
Kind of mellowed out as I've gotten older.
What's the last movie you saw? Like movie theater you saw?
Oh, it's been a while
Has it?
since I've been to the movies. Maybe it was a Marvel Comics Avenger movie or How to Train Your Dragon.
Oh yeah,
The
you
new
told me
I
about
love
that.
How to Train Your Dragon movies. Those are so much
I wonder if
fun.
it's must be streaming now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I like a lot of the animated movies that have adult themes to them.
Mm-hmm.
And I love all the Marvel comic movies, Spider-Man, Iron Man. That's the kid in me.
Right.
Because they have good stories.
Yeah.
It's not just, all special effects. There's really good stories. And even my wife will watch them and say, yeah, it's pretty cool. And pretty cool.
Right.
But I know you love a lot of the classic stuff, too.
Oh
there,
my
Joyce.
gosh. Yeah, I'm going to take you back to the classics, and I'm hoping some of you who have never heard of it will jot it down and check it out. And I had someone say to me years ago when I mentioned a movie, and they said, Joyce, I wasn't even born during that time. Why? I don't know about it. And I said, I wasn't born when Gone with the Wind came out. I wasn't born when Shakespeare wrote Romeo and Juliet.
And Joyce, also we were talking, off air about this. Christmas time, right? What do they play all the time? Bing Crosby, White Christmas,
Yes.
Nat King Cole,
Right.
Sinatra. A lot of people weren't born, Johnny Mathis, but they listen to them because everything old is new again to a whole new generation.
And it's okay. It's okay to embrace something new, and it's really okay to go back. And I'm telling you, some of the best actors, or actors in general, they know these old movies.
They do.
Because especially the black and white ones, where they worked with shadows, and that just meant I don't know. It's just different. It has a different feel.
Don't you love
to it.
like even black and white photos because they're so dramatic?
Yes.
I love to see a black and white
Yes.
photo because it makes everybody look classic.
Yeah, it really does. The Alfred Hitchcock movies.
Oh, I love it.
He used
Yes.
that black and white.
And his movies were thrillers without the gore.
Yes.
You thought about it.
Yeah.
It's like I used to love watching Twilight Zone
Oh,
with Rod Serling because it made you think. It wasn't like in your face per se. You have to use your imagination.
yeah. Never forget the one To Serve Man.
Yes.
Name of it. Remember that?
I do.
Where
I
they
do.
landed and you find out at the end, she's saying, don't get on the plane. It's a cookbook.
There's always a moral at the end of the shows.
When they thought William Shatner was crazy because of the god, what do they call it? A gnome or something.
Yeah, what are the no? I can't remember, but I know what you mean.
right.
Shatner was on Twilight Zone a few times. Rod Serling really liked him.
Yeah, I remember the one with the jukebox or something.
Right,
that he
right.
picked the song, but it had a devil's head on it.
Yes, it did.
Oh my gosh. All right, but we're talking movies.
Movies. They did make
did-
Twilight Zone movies, just to be fair. Okay.
There was a Twilight Zone movie that I saw. I think came out in the 80s, and that's where one of the lead actors, very famous actor,
Was it to pass away or was
he got beheaded by the helicopter scene, like Vietnam scene.
No, I remember that.
Yeah. I'm so sorry I can't remember his
Sorry
name.
about that.
But
on a more positive note here, what's good with John and Joyce now? Yeah.
So I'll tell you what's good. If you want a really funny movie, and I saw the play, as a matter of fact, at the Schubert at one time, Arsenic and Old Lace.
Oh, sure.
Arsenic and Old Lace with Cary Grant.
Great actor.
It is so funny.
Mm-hmm.
It's something like you wouldn't expect to see him in, although he did do some silly movies. But this one is clever. See, I like when it's cleverly done.
And it was really, like you said, out of context in some ways for Cary Grant.
Yes.
Always a suave guy,
Right.
But he could do anything.
And I think I have that maybe in both of my books, that I love what he said, that he was never Cary Grant, because he was Archibald Leach. That's his real name.
He doesn't look like an Archibald.
No, he
Leach,
doesn't. He doesn't. But he was a real Cockney, British kid, tough upbringing. And then he joined the circus, came to America.
Yeah.
He gets kind of discovered. He's got these little roles. And then they started saying, he's got like leading man type qualities. Sure. And so this quote from him is that, I never was Cary Grant, but I played him long enough so that one day when I woke up, I was Cary Grant. Wow. So I always say that to people, to emulate what you want to be, even though you may not feel you're there, but think about it, because whatever you keep thinking about and doing and talking about, you'll become that, good or bad.
You can manifest your whole reality.
So good.
Because we talk about the brain all the time, the way it's wired. It doesn't know whether it's the truth or not. It just goes by what you tell it.
Right.
Repeatedly. And that's what Cary Grant did.
See, and that's why I don't want to keep watching scary movies.
You don't watch Freddy Krueger over and over again and Nightmare on Elm Street.
No.
It did have a pretty cool hat, though. I like the fedora.
The movie that freaked me out the most, and I really couldn't watch the whole thing, but it had this really visceral effect within me, was Silence of the Lambs.
Oh, God, with Anthony Hopkins and Jodie Foster.
Yes.
That won an Academy Award.
Oh, yes. No, I'm sure it's a marvelous movie the way it was done. But there was something about that evil within him that I know exists in the Ted Bundys of the world and everything that really creeped me out. Yeah. Where even to go downstairs alone to do the laundry was... It's like,
I watched the movie. Once was enough, but the acting
support.
And the scenes and the lighting between Anthony Hopkins' character and Jodie Foster when they were going back and forth, and the focus on the eyes. Brilliant acting.
Right. The Hitchcock movie, the only one that had blood in it, but it was...
Was that The Birds?
Well, yeah, the birds
See
also.
A little bit of blood there.
But the one that I still can't watch the scene is Psycho.
Oh, sure.
But it's the music. Yeah. It's the music with a knife going in. I know I'm not watching it, but it was just so beautifully done in a horrific way.
Right. It's like an oxymoron, beautifully done in a horrific way. But Hitchcock was a genius.
Yeah.
In so many ways.
Yes,
movies.
He was. Yes,
sure
he was. But movies that don't leave me scarred and have a great moral ending is usually the Frank Capra directed movies.
Brilliant.
So I have a few of them here, and that's Mr. Deeds Goes to Town.
Yes.
Now, this was an Oscar winner in 1936, and it was about Longfellow Deeds, which played by Gary Cooper. I love Gary Cooper.
Yeah, Gary Cooper is great.
And he was a great person, if you read about his life, too.
Just another classic actor. He did a lot of Westerns, too.
He did a lot of Westerns.
Gallant Lad and a lot of these guys.
Well, he was a great person. I mean, he had some flaws, but...
Hey, we all do.
We all do, right? So, but he's a small-town resident in Vermont, and he's very happy with his uncomplicated life until he inherits a fortune. And then his life turns upside down when the news hits that he's like one of the wealthiest men in the world now.
You think making a lot of money is always a good thing?
Yeah,
not necessarily.
But this has a great ending to it.
And so watch it.
It takes you through that journey of what happens to a person when they really are enjoying their simple life. And now the whole world knows you're tremendously wealthy.
And if you don't have any emotional maturity to be able to handle that, that's why so many people that win lotto
Yes.
or these athletes that have these multi-gazillion dollar contracts,
Yes.
they end up losing it all
Yes.
because they don't have the foundation or the right people around them.
The right, yeah, a
Keep
lot of
accountable.
times the right people around them. Yeah, I remember there's this woman when I was living in Florida in 1919. It was 2013. And, oh gosh, it was one of those days where I played the Powerball in a Publix, which is the big,
Oh, I've been
store
there
down
many
south.
times down there in Florida.
Right. And I woke up and I always checked Twitter at that time first. And somebody wrote, and I only knew that my Powerball number was number 11. That's all I remembered. And it said, oh, the Powerball was won in Florida and the Powerball number was 11. I thought, and for a split second, I thought, oh my God, is that me? Well, here's the story about this. It was Zephyrillus, I believe it's pronounced, Florida. It was an older woman, and she lived in not a great area, almost like mobile home style, but, not a great area of Florida. And she wins the biggest jackpot then to date, which was it was maybe over $500 million. Wow. But if you Google that today, you will find out what happened. And it's very, very sad how it ripped a family apart and where she is today. So that was the wrong people coming in to manage the money, 2 sons fighting over it, not really taking care of her because she said, I'll leave this with you, but I don't ever want to go into a nursing home. I want to stay, here. And her life did not end up that way. And she ended up mostly living in court.
Wow.
So that when you spoke about that new money coming in,
Yeah, and the motive and intent has to be right. When you have that money and too many people try to say, oh, what's in it for me? What's in it for me? I mean, nothing wrong with money in and of itself.
Yeah.
It's the love of money and the greed and everything else that comes into play.
She had a very good heart because no one really knew who she was, and she moved to a gated community with her son. And everyone there in this gated community were pretty wealthy, so they're not bothering anyone else. But she would go to a local diner, and they knew it was her because when she left, everyone's bill was paid.
Wow.
So she had the good heart, but others around her did not.
I love to hear about that, like over the holidays a lot, where somebody pays their layaway, whatever, just pays off their bills. They just
that would be me. I bought a Powerball ticket.
But getting back to favorite movies again, my sweet spot choice is like the 80s and 90s movies. I mean,
what?
I love Toy Story. I love all the Indiana Jones movies.
Oh.
I love the Michael Douglas movies and the Richard Gere movies and a lot of these kind of just really good crime drama thrillers. They really get me. I like Keanu Reeves and Al Pacino and Tom Cruise.
Did you follow all the Matrix movies?
I did.
Oh, good.
Great movies. Just love them. But I was watching a really well done movie, but kind of freaky, The Devil's Advocate, with Keanu Reeves and Al Pacino.
Oh, yes.
Oh my! I mean, just.
I think that was like 1997.
Yeah,
I remember watching
back
that.
and forth between the two of them at the end of the movie.
Yes.
When he finds out that the devil is his dad.
Yeah.
Keanu Reeves' character, and but go watch the movie if you haven't already. I don't want to spoil it for you, but just the interplay.
I think you just spoiled it.
Yeah, I guess I did. Sorry about that. But watch it anyway.
Enjoy it.
But also, with Tom Cruise and Jack Nicholson with A Few Good Men. Mm-hmm. You can't handle the truth.
Yeah.
One of the great lines of all time.
Yes.
And again,
used over it.
So I love the courtroom dramas.
Right.
The drama between all that.
Right. I like courtroom stuff too. There's that classic movie, 12 Angry Men.
Yes.
That really just takes place right in the jury room.
And the whole movie is based just there. There's not much of a set at all.
Right, but it's so heavily character-based that it's just, if you love movies and you love acting and all that, that is a great one to watch.
Without the special effects. They just focus on their facial reactions. And the dialogue.
Black and white.
Yeah.
Yep.
Tremendous stuff.
Yeah, and the influence other people could have on each other.
But I still love a lot of I love Ghostbusters. I loved
Yep.
all the Ghostbuster movies, and I liked Footloose and Flashdance and a lot of those musicals. Fast Times at Ridgemont High back in the '80s and '90s. And
Oh, you're bringing
Breakfast
back good
Club.
memories.
Because the
Yes.
soundtracks were really good too.
Oh yeah, the soundtracks.
Because back in the '80s, '90s, you not just had great movies, but great music soundtracks too.
Yeah. So maybe we're jiggling your minds a little bit, or thinking, I got to watch that again, because you just reminded me of some movies too.
Patriot Games, Harrison Ford.
Wow.
And
I forgot about that
was a great
one.
movie. Great movie.
There's another one that he was in, and I think was called Henry.
Henry, that was a good movie. That was very different for him.
It was very
Very
different.
different for him.
But that was one of those movies where you're just kind of fascinated by it. And the one movie you remind me of during this time too, that the ending really blew me away. And some people still haven't seen it and don't really know the ending. Oh, wait a minute. So the famous line from the movie is, "I see dead."
The Sixth Sense.
The Sixth Sense.
With Bruce Willis.
So I watched it with Wayne in the movie theater. We went like, what?
Yeah.
And then we went back and watched it again,
Right.
knowing the ending.
Right.
So it was even more fascinating
Brilliant
the
movie.
second time
Brilliant movie.
to say, oh.
And also Don't Look Into the Light. Poltergeist.
That's
Great movie.
That's one of my favorite, I have to say, like ghost movies.
Mm-hmm.
I thought that was so well done. With
So
Jo Beth Williams, is it?
Yeah, Jo Beth Williams.
And
Great
Craig
actress.
Nelson.
Yeah.
Wow.
And Craig Nelson was recently in that movie I was talking about, The Devil's Advocate, too.
Oh,
He played in that movie as well.
Yeah.
He played in Coach. What was
Coach
that?
for years.
TV series. So good.
Love that series.
So good. But
Maybe I'll watch Carrie Ann. But you know what's so sad is that she died.
She passed. I know.
Young, and so did the other girl
Yeah.
who played the daughter.
I know.
Which made me.
Makes you kind of sad when you watch a lot of these movies now and you find out that a lot of these, they were very young at the time. They're not with us anymore.
Yes,
you realize how precious life
but
is.
But it scared me a little bit because I thought, did ghosts attach themselves to them?
Yeah.
No.
Right.
No. But it's just like a coincidence.
Sure.
Maybe. But we were talking about classic movies. And the one movie when I was young, it just never, it was too long. I didn't want to watch it. Maybe some of you felt this way too. It's a Wonderful Life. Now, it is such a classic. But when I got older, I watched it from beginning to end. And it's like, wow.
Yes.
What
you appreciate
a story.
It. With age comes wisdom.
What a story.
Mm-hmm.
So I got just a little backstory on this. When it was approaching its 50th anniversary, I wanted to do a tribute to it. So I contacted Republic Pictures, who had now had the rights to it. And this is when it became like public domain.
Yeah.
And I met with them in New York. And I came with a board game, and that I had a prototype made up, and a cookbook that I wrote, like, what would they be eating in, like, at Mr. Gower's house or Mr., whatever's house. And I had all these recipes made up. I had, like, all kinds of, books. The cookbooks were actually completed, and they loved it. They loved it. And I thought this was it. I mean, not only, like, it wasn't for the money. It was for, I'm like involved with my favorite movie. And then guess what happened? Which I don't blame them. I had to let go of all of this. The one surviving member, Zuzu.
Zuzu.
The little girl who played Zuzu. I can't remember her name right now. Sorry. But they gave it to her. And all of a sudden, Zuzu had the idea of doing a board game and a cookbook.
Oh, jeez. But you were, gave her the grace. Stuff happens, right?
Yeah, stuff happened.
Stuff happens. But
that's a classic. Watch it.
It
really watch it. The acting is tremendous by Jimmy Stewart and Donna Reed.
Right. Donna Reed. Remember her TV show? Wow.
Yes. Yeah.
But another one of my favorites is Up.
Yeah.
Oh,
this animated movie. Did it not touch your heart?
It touched your heart in every single way. But of course, it really touched my heart, and I'm sure you, Joyce, because we both can relate to losing a loved one.
Yes.
And when I saw that part, I lost it.
Yeah. Yeah.
I lost it. It still makes me tear up a little bit thinking about it.
Yeah. Me too.
But there was a lot of joy in that movie as too, just honoring those who went before us by the way we live our lives. And
Yeah.
yeah. But every time I watch that, it gets me.
Mm-hmm. Well, that's what I mean about movies. It evokes a lot of emotion, but a lot of hope.
Mm-hmm.
And in knowing that movies capture all our emotions.
Yeah.
We're not alone. We all go through the ups and downs in lives. And
That's why it's so important to let people know, hey, listen, I know how you feel, and be there for them. And
yes, because we
reach
do
out
know
to
how
them.
they feel.
We do.
Oh,
But getting back to to fun stuff again. I mean, I loved a lot of those, even some of the '70s stuff. American Graffiti, because it was music.
Oh, yeah.
And it was light.
Yeah.
It was fun. Kind of like and Happy Days was kind of a takeoff of American Graffiti.
That's true.
You think about that.
Right.
And of course, 2025 being the 50th anniversary of Jaws.
Yeah.
Yeah, the tourist industry didn't like that when it came out in the summer of '75 because nobody went swimming.
Yeah.
But
Right.
seeing that, I didn't watch the 50th anniversary. I thought once or twice was enough.
Right.
I don't need to see that now.
Yeah, the first one was the best one,
It
wasn't
was. It was.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I'm going to take you back now to 1942.
1942.
This is a movie that maybe many of you haven't seen, or you saw the name and you didn't know what it was about. But it was a saying that my mother used to say, and I didn't know, but she meant it until I really watched the movie. It would be like, if someone stayed at your house too long, company was too long, she would say, oh, it's like the man who came to dinner. And I thought, what does that mean?
The
man came to... Monty Woolley. Monty Woolley, who played that part. The interesting thing about Monty Woolley...
Google Monty Woolley.
Google him, because he was a professor at Yale.
Exactly. Bring it right close.
He didn't start acting till later in life. And he actually did the play first for The Man Who Came to Dinner. And they brought him over to the screen, and boy, does it work. Wow. Now, a lot of the references there are in that time. So when Eleanor Roosevelt calls the house and anything like that, he was the radio star. He was like a worldwide radio star, and who the people, like I said, even the presidents knew him, plural.
Eleanor Roosevelt being FDR's wife, for some who may not remember that far back. Right.
But, read about it, because there's a lot I didn't remember about FDR until I really, I don't know. I just watched a documentary on PBS, so I learned even more about what a fantastic person he was. And again, flaws, yes, but what he did for the country with Social Security and all of that, and having polio, and that's back in the day where you could get away without the public really knowing how bad you are. Otherwise, they wouldn't vote for you. Because, since Kennedy, I guess they started voting on looks and things like that. They started judging people, I should say. But good not to be judged and just hear what you have to say.
And on a sidebar with that, too, the folks who watched the debate with John F. Kennedy and Richard Nixon thought Kennedy won. The people who listened to it on the radio
thought Nixon won. Yeah.
Isn't that something?
Yep. And, yeah.
Optics. JFK had the looks, the charisma.
He did. So, but the Man Who Came to Dinner, the dialogue is so fast and so witty and so sharp.
It's tough to stay. You have to watch it again.
Oh, I have written down things that, like Monty Woolley as, who did he play? Sheridan Whiteside.
Whiteside.
He, just an incredible character that he played. And the ending is just so fun. The whole movie makes me laugh. It's my feel-good movie. If I want to feel good, I'm gonna find this. And they usually play it at Christmas time.
And at the rapid-fire delivery, it reminds me of Robin Williams.
Yes.
I was so hard to keep up with that man, the way his brain worked, the way he wired. Billy Crystal.
Right.
A lot of these people are just so fast.
Yeah.
So fast.
And they were great friends.
They were really good friends.
Yeah.
But my all-time favorite movie, Joyce.
Yes, tell me.
Is this really heaven? No, it's Iowa. If you build it, they will come.
John, Field of
Dreams.
That
by far.
Ben love that movie.
It's like our
We'll
Notebook.
speak about it more because I remember Michael Bolton loving that movie also.
I watch it, and then here we go again. I think about when he was playing ball with his dad.
That's
Oh,
It's nice that men have that movie
Yeah.
where there's
because my dad would work really hard, real blue collar guy. Made sure all of his kids had whatever we needed. Again, lots of flaws like we all have, but I love them dearly. I honor him. But he would come home after a long day working for the UI company. He was a guy that worked up on the wires, a lineman, and he would play ball with me. And he said, "Let's get out," and he get them. And I was a pitcher in baseball, and and he was tired, but he took 15 to 20 minutes.
you could
and he
really
played catch with
relate
me.
to that movie.
Yeah. So when I see it, my wife goes, "Okay, here we go. Here comes the tissue box again." And as I get older, I get more and more emotional.
Yeah.
I find that too, because you realize that we're not here forever,
Right, not here forever.
and these moments mean so much.
Each moment
If
is
you
a
love
blessing.
somebody, let them know, guys. Let them know.
You know the movie that I cry at because it reminds me of my grandparents, because my grandparents came from Austria and they had the accent, is I Remember Mama with Irene Dunn.
Irene Dunn. I haven't heard that name.
Yeah, it was Irene Dunn. It was just really good story. It's good storytelling and about a family working together and working hard to make things happen for their kids and just a really good story. That, again, through the holidays.
Sure.
You'll see TCM running Meet Me in St. Louis,
Oh, that's
which I
classic.
love.
Yeah. I've seen
The Bishop's Wife.
I've seen the play, too.
Meet Me in St.
St. Louis,
Louis.
yeah.
Oh, Meet Me in St. Louis.
And the music.
Yes.
is so good,
Fabulous.
too.
The bell ringing. Judy Garland was great in that movie.
Super talent.
Everyone was. But it's a good story. I don't even think of it as a musical per se because there was so much great storytelling in between
Right.
with the grandfather
There's
and
a
the
drama
family
with
growing up.
really, really good, music in the background there.
Right.
But I loved a lot of even the Tommy Lee Jones movies. I was always a big fan of his stuff, like when he did The Fugitive.
The Fugitive.
With Harrison Ford's
Yes.
remake of that TV
Yes.
series.
Yeah.
And there are certain those
What a great actor, Tommy Lee Jones.
really fantastic. And I just loved watching, Coming to America with Eddie Murphy
Yep.
and some of the movies with Nick Nolte,
Mm-hmm.
back in the 80s, like the Beverly Hills Cop movies and some of those movies. It just made you want to feel good.
Right.
And the soundtracks are great. And it's just fun interplay between the actors.
Yes. I just want to give a shout out to Wayne's daughter, my stepdaughter. I like to now call her my bonus daughter. I love her, Denise. And she said to mention My Fair Lady, which we did.
And hey,
South Pacific and
Yes.
Sound of Music.
Sound of Music, yeah.
Yes.
Great soundtracks, make you feel really good. And the soundtrack of The Sound of Music is fabulous.
What's the soundtrack of your life? Tell us.
Right. Yeah, let us know what your favorite movies are, and maybe we'll do this again down the line. And again, just let us know what you'd like us to talk about and what's good, because without you, we don't have a show, and we really appreciate you.
Right.
So
Yeah, we're going to be here talking whether you're here or not. By the way.
this
We just like
conversation
talking.
will continue after the show here. So subscribe to What's Good with John and Joyce on YouTube or on all major platforms. And thank you once again for tuning in, and bless you and your family.
We love you all. Bye for now.
If you build it, they will come.
Yes. Love that ending.
Me too.